there will be more space inside of ourselves that we haven't been aware of before, yet it's always been there. We will be familiar to it. It's like, how come I've been so blind to this spaciousness inside of me? The mind will most likely try and figure this out. What is this? And actually try and crack it. It will want to make it into an intellectual understanding and a concept. But that's impossible. The only thing that will satiate the need for the chase is this space. What does it feel like to awaken? Is an interesting question we can ask ourselves. Like, what does it actually feel like to have an awakening? What happens inside of us? How do we know that we're waking up? Can sometimes be very confusing, these questions. Awakening can be very confusing. It can be feeling like we're not knowing what's up and down anymore, like we are disoriented. We can even feel like we have vertigo. But there are certain things that we can look out for when we are awakening that will make it easier. It will make it easier to define it, because sometimes we walk around and feel like, is this really working? Am I doing the right thing? Am I actually awakening? Is the work that I'm doing actually benefiting me? But I want to share with you a story, or I want to share with you my personal perspective. Obviously, there will probably be a lot of different perspectives out there. I'm aware of that. This is a highly individual journey, right? Awakening to ourselves. But we somehow believe that it's supposed to be something happening, that we're supposed to become something else. And that is not it. We're becoming ourselves more. There will be more of ourselves. We will become more aware of ourselves. There will be more space inside of ourselves that we haven't been aware of before, yet it's always been there. We will be familiar to it. It's like, how come I've been so blind to this spaciousness inside of me? How can I have overlooked this? How can I have doubted this? Obviously, if you're interested in these matters, then you know what I'm talking about. There will be a intuitive drive for you to try and figure this out, or to try and find this. And that's the obstacle, but I'll get to that. So for me, it started like this inner knowing somewhere around my heart area, almost like a new space outside of space and time, because I cannot point towards it. It's not here, but it started creeping up from behind. And the people I'm working with, they say the same thing. It feels like awareness is coming from behind for the first time. So we know where it's located. It's located outside of time and space. We cannot point towards it, but it physically feels in the body like it's coming from behind. So if you can put yourself in that state, it's not a state, it's a words, again, paradoxical. If you can put yourself in that, or if you can try and localize wherever that is coming from, that sense of self, that sense of that something here is, it's almost like, can feel like a new space is opening up, like there's a direction in somewhere that you cannot point towards, like a portal, something that is opening up, something that is happening. There's more space happening inside of you. If you can put yourself in that space, let's say, and focus on that, and then ask yourself, is this space separate from me, or is it a part of me? If it's separate from you, if it feels like it's separate from you, then ask yourself, who is aware of this space? Who is aware? And then you will most likely say, it's me, it's I, right? Exactly. So that means that this space happens inside you, right? Inside your awareness. It's not separate from you. Nothing that happens in your life is separate from you. Everything happens inside your awareness. Everything happens inside awareness, right? So even this space of this portal or this angle, whatever you want to call that, that is also happening inside your awareness. It is you. The fact is that this is the source that we want to embody fully. Because when we do, it will most likely be uncomfortable to do that. Your mind will probably say that I'm going insane, what is happening? But just keep leaning into that, keep leaning into that space. And it will be awesome. It will be the best thing you ever do. But there is a block, and that's what I said before. There's a block from us realizing this. And that is the seeking aspect of the mind. The mind will most likely try and figure this out. What is this? And actually try and crack it. It will want to make it into an intellectual understanding and a concept. But that's impossible. So the obstacle is the seeking aspect of the mind, the seeking aspect of our ego that is always wanting to grasp something. This is mine now. You cannot possess this because it's already what you are. It's the deepest source of you. So there's nothing to possess. And you might become unaware of this space on and off, but it's always there. Every time you lean into it, every time you actually snap out of the seeking aspect of the mind, you'll realize, oh, it's there. This space is always now. Now, now, now. It's always now. And it's always there. And we can become unaware of it, that's true. But it's always there. It doesn't come and go. So no matter if we point our awareness or attention somewhere else, it will still be there in the background, running. And when we sit with this, there will be an underlying sense of just fulfillment, peace, freedom. And it has no conditions. You cannot add anything to this because it's already perfect. You cannot change it, you cannot lose it, you cannot enhance it in any way. You can become more aware of it. Resting in it more will take you deeper, and you will have more recognitions, perhaps, about who you are and what you want and your purpose and your meaning and why you're here and what all of this is. That's true, but there's no effort. All of that will come automatically. You don't have to stress about it. It is already yours. Just keep leaning into this space. Because you know you have it. If you're interested in these matters, if you know what I'm talking about, you know that you have it. It's there. It's already there. It's always there. So what we really want to achieve, if I use that word loosely, is the giving up of the interest in turning to the mind for an answer. A giving up of the interest to turning to the mind to find the answer, to figure it out, to want to seek the next thing, to want more of this, to want to understand it. You want to give up that interest completely. You need your mind, right? You do need your mind to solve complex issues and whatever, if you work as a mathematician or something, But you don't need your mind to be your slave master. And that's what happens when we're not aware of this space. We will always be on a constant hunt for pleasure, and we will constantly try to resist pain. When we are identified with the mind, we will always be on a never-ending chase or escape from pain. We will believe that pain is dangerous to us. We will believe that pleasure equals happiness, that as soon as I get this thing in the future, then I will be fulfilled again, and I won't have to feel like I need to seek this. And we will settle down for a while, and then this thing will start again. So the only thing that will satiate that, the only thing that will satiate the need for the chase is this space. And this space will slow down your mind. It will make you feel content. It will make you feel like anything is possible. Not anything, everything, I don't know. But there will be endless possibilities happening for your life there. You will see life in a completely new light. Like, everything makes so much sense. All the pain you've been through, everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, all the time. And it has never been anyway other than that. It's always been like that. So this is my invitation to you, that if you have recognized this space, even if it's a tiny little point of peace that is coming somewhere from behind, or that you recognize it's outside of space and time, it's there. It's already there. You don't need to figure it out or to think that have I lost it? You cannot lose it. It's there. You just have to lean into it more. Nurture it. Be grateful for it. Love it. For coaching inquiries, click the first link in my description. If you want guided meditations, click the second link in my description. Or if you just want to support my work. Other than that, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.